Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, Miss.
Okay, in this lovely day, I would like to bring my presentation about how to love yourself. Before I start my presentation, I would like to introduce myself first. My name is Elsa Fadi Febrianti, and I'm an English department student at State Polytechnic of Padang. And my title of my presentation is 7 Tips to Love Yourself. Self-love is a popular term today that gets tossed around in normal conversation. I have been seeing self-love in different social media pages, but in reality, what does really self-love mean? For the answer to this question, we have to know what is the self-love. You can see my screen. Okay, self-love is not simply a state of feeling good. It is a stage of appreciation for oneself to grow from action that support our physical, psychological, and most importantly, spiritual growth. When we are in ways to expand self-love in us, we begin to accept much better our weakness, more our strengths, having compassion for ourselves, and more centered in our life purpose and values. So, do you want to start loving yourself? Listen and take notes of these 7 tips for self-love. Okay. Number 1, become mindful. People who have more self-love tend to know what they think, they feel, and what which is someone related emotional intelligence modules. Why do becoming mindful is an important ingredient? Being mindful of who they are and act of this knowledge rather than what other people want for you. You have to be sure with your core values in a life that will serve in your and not its heart. Number 2, act on what you need rather than what you want. You love yourself when you can turn away from something that feels good and tempting, exciting to what you need to stay strong. Confront with your core values by staying focused, and what you need you can turn away from automatic behavior patterns that get you into trouble, keep you stuck in the past, and lessen self-love. This is also need daily self-assessment. Okay. Number 3, practice good self-care. You love yourself more when you take care of yourself. And basic needs people who are high in self-love nourish them daily through healthy activities like cold attraction, exercise, proper sleep, and healthy social interaction. Number 4, set boundaries. Set boundaries. You love yourself more when you set limits or say no toward love or activities that deplete or harm physically, emotionally, mentally, most importantly, spiritually, how to say no and negotiations. Okay? Number 5, protect yourself. Bring the right people into your life. Since I was a kid, I always get reminder from my parents that I have to be picky with my close friends. Every time I introduce my new friend to them, they will be critic because they believe this in the same. Tell me who your friends are, and I tell you who you are. You will never be friends with someone you don't have common grounds. Okay, number 6. Forgive yourself. This is the important point. We humans can be hard in ourselves. The first hard critic is ourselves. We tend to set high expectation and we get frustrated whenever we don't need them. The downside of taking responsibility for our actions is punishing ourselves. Too much for mistake in learning, growing, practice being less hard on yourself. When you make a mistake, no one can say in this world that they have never committed a mistake in their life. Remember, there are no failures. If you have learned and grown from your mistake, there are only lessons learned. Okay? Number 7, in the last number for my presentation. Okay. Live intentionally. You will accept and love yourself more whenever whatever is happening in your life. When you live with purpose and design. Learn the purpose of your existence and keep it as your Lord, star, or tour guide for you not get lost. In my case, my intention is to live a meaningful and healthy life guide by by having this core value, make discussions. Basically, self-love doesn't mean you have to selfless. But remember what Oprah said before, when you know better then you can do better. Just imagine how much you appreciate yourself, your life extends when you exercise these 7 steps to self-love. Remember that when you can love yourself, so you can love other people. Okay, I think that's all my presentation at this time. Thank you for your pay attention. Goodbye.